A. A is for...
Madam Vice President, fellow Americans, state the obvious. 1 year ago today, in this sacred place, democracy was attacked. Simply attacked. The will of the people was under assault. The Constitution, our Constitution, faced the gravest of threats. Outnumbered in the face of a brutal attack, the Capitol Police, the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, the National Guard, and other brave law enforcement officials saved the rule of law. Our democracy held. We, the people, endured. We, the people, prevailed. For the first time in our history, the president had not just lost an election, he tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power as a violent mob breached the Capitol. But they failed. They failed. And on this day of remembrance, we must make sure that such attack never happens again. I'm speaking to you today from Statuary Hall in the United States Capitol. This is where the House of Representatives met for 50 years in the decades leading up to the Civil War.
We know Alice has returned to Underland. Do you know where she is?
And now for our feature presentation. In considering things that begin with the letter M.
In her hands, an open book, in which she records the events taking place in this chamber below.
Looking for an A word now. Where is Alice?
1 year ago today.
How will you know?
What if I take off your head? Will you know then? Stop that.
What a incredibly large head you have. Very much has
it?
I used to have the white queen. It was very much to work with all the head is sensitive.
It's tiny. It's pencil of the head.
You shall know the truth.
What I could do with this monument is all magnificently heroic glow.
Close your eyes.
What do you do?
Back to that day. What do you see?
Unbind him, stay.
Rioters,
How can he work if his hands are bound?
waving for the first time inside this Capitol. The Confederate flag that symbolizes the cause to destroy America.
Shall it be a daunting
Even during the Civil War, that never happened.
Who wins? Johnny Wilcox.
Madam Vice President, fellow Americans, state the obvious. 1 year ago today, in this sacred place, democracy was attacked. Simply attacked. The will of the people is under assault. The Constitution, our Constitution, faced the gravest of threats. Outnumbered in the face of a brutal attack, the Capitol Police, the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, the National Guard, and other brave law enforcement officials saved the rule of law. Our democracy held. We, the people, endured. We, the people, prevailed. For the first time in our history, the president had not just lost an election, he tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power as a violent mob breached the Capitol. But they failed. They failed. And on this day of remembrance, we must make sure that such attack never happens again. I'm speaking to you today from Statuary Hall in the United States Capitol. This is where the House of Representatives met for 50 years in the decades leading up to the Civil War.
Together. If I'm gonna be honest, that seems pretty sus.
Maybe he's taking it out for a walk. Let's not judge the kid.
Yeah, how about that curfew pot is a totally normal thing.
Well, I ain't taking no risk. So.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradle. eyes open to face reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My words so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Take several shots of every situation. That way you'll be sure to get pictures you'll enjoy over and over again. And whether you make snapshots, color slides, or home movies, always use dependable Kodak film. The film in the familiar yellow box.
Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Get faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It seems till the wick burns out.
You can make them all at home easily. And right now they're easier than ever to afford. Because now there's a new brownie movie camera by Kodak that costs only $29.95. Only $29.95 to make movies
lately.
There's one simple
Just
setting to
picking
make.
up days.
Even if you've never
Got
snapped a
one
picture
too
before,
many
you'll
quarters
make
in my
exciting movies
pocket.
indoors
I'm like
or
a
out
holy
with the
covers
new
in my
brownie movie
pocket.
camera. You
Untied
see the actual color of
laces,
times like this.
just
And you'll
tripping
save
on
money
day.
with Kodak
Dreams
home
got
movies.
dirty little
You have
lullabies
to
playing
on
on
one roll of film,
Might
so
as
they
well
cost
just ride
less than
around the
10 cents
nursery
per piece
and
of
count
gorgeous
sheep.
color. You use this inexpensive 8mm film, the standard amateur film.
If you have a side gig and need to file your taxes, visit freetaxusa.com. With us, your federal return is always free, and your state return is only $14.99. We've got you covered. And there's absolutely no fee if you need to include a 1099 tax form. We help you find all the business write-offs you deserve, and IRS e-filing is included. Don't pay more than $100 to file your small business taxes. Switch to freetaxusa.com and save.
You know, there's a new word to describe that Oldsmobile.
Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley from Sandy Hook Promise. I know this is hard to hear, but it's important. The shooter who murdered my son carried an AR-15.
Facial cleanser that's made to remove modern cosmetics. Deep Magic by Tony.
Wow,
Gently
Apple.
dissolves dirt,
Best
makeup,
picture.
cleans
So
deep down
amazing,
where
right?
soaps and creams can't reach.
Yeah.
So wear makeup, but remove it with Deep Magic,
I was
the
in two Best
facial
Picture
cleanser
nominees
made
last
to
year.
remove modern cosmetics.
Yeah, no, I know.
Now, during this once-a-year special,
Yeah, he
you
does
can get two 60-cent bottles. That's $1.20 value for only 89 cents. Deep Magic.
Jennifer Lawrence. Selena Gomez documentary.
You know, this product gets
One Lab documentary. Best comedy on TV.
but
All right, we'll give it just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin this transmission. Okay, looks like we're live.
I could do weird.
All right.
Black
Good
Bird.
morning. Good afternoon.
I guess I could do
Good
prison.
evening, wherever you are.
Going on,
Jason?
What up,
face of
Jenna?
this
I just wrapped my new Apple Series Chief of War.
Wait, you have a new Apple show?
Firmament,
It's the soap and does
where our God reigns and rules in righteousness, and his Son, Jesus Christ, leads the way to victory over sin and
Here's
death,
a T-shirt we washed in Does, and
who has
believe
the
me,
power
it's clean.
to cast the
Smells
soul
clean,
into
too.
hell,
And something else.
ladies and
Does
gentlemen.
has left this fabric softer to touch.
This is your host,
Feels
Joe
stiff,
Imbriano.
soft,
Today is
smooth.
Thursday,
And does
January
leave your hands
26th,
smooth, too.
2023.
Honestly, no detergents.
My
Do a wash
contact
like
information is
It's the
thefullertoninformer.com, Joe Imbriano777 at gmail.com, 5gdangers.com, vaxdangers.com, celltowerdangers.com, and of course, P.O. Box 4121, Fullerton, California, 92834. All right, so today is going to be a topic that, I've been mulling this around for a while, and quite frankly, I'm really getting sick of it really coming.
Anything that you can wash.
Easy does it better. Hello there. Say, here's something you should know about washing machine products. Any good product will get your clothes clean, including the new detergents. But this product does far more than that. Does a wash like no detergent can. Now, Does not only scrubs out the toughest dirt, Does leaves your clothes soft, gooey foods.
Or acquaintances. Man's best friend. Make some of man's best pictures. Appealing snapshots, beautiful color slides, lively home movies. Your dog has a personality all his own, so you don't need trick shots or dog show poses. Just watch him quietly, keep your camera ready, and you'll get the kind of picture only you can take. If you can, have a helper who knows your dog. Then, as he talks quietly to your dog, you'll get the kind of alert expression you've been waiting for. A favorite ball or bone is almost sure to bring you an appealing pose like this. And don't forget his friends or acquaintances. And remember, they all look best before a simple background. Of course, you'll want to do as all professionals do and take several shots of every situation. That way you'll be sure to get pictures you'll enjoy over and over again. And whether you make snapshots, color slides, or home movies, always use dependable Kodak film, the film in the familiar yellow box.
What kind of movies do you like? Do you go for fast action? Perhaps you prefer a good costume drama. Or maybe you have a yen for young romance. You can make them all at home easily. And right now they're easier than ever to afford, because now there's a new Browning movie camera by Kodak that costs only $29.95. Only $29.95 to make movies as easily as snapshots. There's one simple setting to make. Even if you've never snapped a picture before, you'll make exciting movies, indoors or out, with the new Browning movie camera. You'll save the action and color of happy times like this, and you'll save money too with Kodak home movies. You get up to 50 scenes on one roll of film, so they cost less than 10 cents a scene in gorgeous color. You use this inexpensive 8mm film, the standard amateur film. Tomorrow, find out how easy and inexpensive Kodak home movies are. See the new Browning movie camera, only $29.95. And you can ask your dealer about easy terms.
Like in the beautiful new Dynamic 88.
There's a new rocket engine under the hood, new power, and greater fuel economy.
Economy that matches the down-to-earth price of an 88. The lowest priced rocket engine car.
There's nothing like the 58 Oldsmobile.
Yes, there's no mobility like
OLDS, Oldsmobility and Olds 458.
We're in a supermarket where Mrs. Evans is about to compare Bird's Eye's new frozen breakfast drink, Awake, to the flavor of frozen orange juice. First, the orange juice.
Very good.
Now, Awake. Tastes even better, doesn't it?
It tastes the same to me.
Try again. Awake has more vitamin C, B1, and A than orange juice.
Oh, I'm sorry. They still taste the same.
Give it one more try. One can of Awake makes as much as 2 6-ounce cans of frozen orange juice and costs less. And flavor, Mrs. Evans?
I've got to be honest. Awake tastes just like frozen orange juice.
What's wrong with that? It's richer in vitamins, costs less, and tastes as good as frozen orange juice. You can find it in the freezer, ma'am. Awake, a new product of General Foods.
Campbell's Lassie will be back in a moment.
have you had your soup today? Campbell's, of course. Campbell's, of course. Well, look, the Campbells are coming. The Campbells are coming, hurrah, hurrah, with soup to delight you wherever you are. Scotch broth is so nourishing, good for you, so heartily delicious and thrifty too.
Yes, Campbell's Scotch broth is a distinctive soup with a flavor all its own. Your steaming bowl is filled with tender, stick-to-the-ribs vegetables, barley, and lean meat, all simmered in a rich, tasty broth. Scotch broth is especially welcome on days when you're just plain hungry for a really sturdy, satisfying soup. Made for hearty appetites, it has plenty of get up and go, vitamins, proteins, and minerals. And it's so downright delicious, you'll want to serve it often. Have you had your soup today?
Now, time for the soft life. Soft, gooey foods. Delicious drinks. All very pleasant, but the penalty may be cavities. So watch that soft, gooey stuff and get tough with cavities. Brush with New Q toothpaste. New Q helps toughen your teeth. Toughens teeth by strengthening tooth enamel with stannous fluoride. Stannous fluoride, the same kind of fluoride recognized by many American dentists as helpful in reducing new cavities. And Q helps fight new cavities with a fresh new taste, a taste designed to tempt your whole family into brushing more. And every brushing with Q helps toughen tooth enamel, helps fight new cavities. So if your teeth are leading too soft a life, help toughen your teeth with Q, the new stannous fluoride toothpaste from Colgate-Palmolive.
You ladies sure get a break with today's fine cosmetics. They stay on better, last longer, but of course, they're much harder to remove. And that's why you need Deep Magic, the one facial cleanser that's made to remove modern cosmetics. Deep Magic by Tony gently dissolves dirt and makeup, cleans deep down where soaps and creams can't reach. So wear makeup, but remove it with Deep Magic, the facial cleanser made to remove modern cosmetics. Now, during this once-a-year special, you can get two 60-cent bottles. That's a $1.20 value for only 89 cents. Deep Magic.
You know, this product gets your clothes clean. So does this one. But does more than get your clothes clean. Does scrubs out the toughest dirt. But in addition to that, Does leaves your clothes softer and smoother. And Does is so kind to your hands. No detergent can do a wash like Does. It's the soap in Does that does it. Finer, richer soap than in any other leading wash day product. Now, here's a t-shirt we washed in Does. And believe me, it's clean. Smells clean, too. And something else. Does has left this fabric softer to touch. Doesn't feel stiff, but soft and smooth. And Does leaves your hands smooth, too. Honestly, no detergent can do a wash like Does. It's the soap in Does that does it.
It's Arthur Godfrey time, brought to you by Easy, the only automatic washer with exclusive spiralator washing action that gets out all the dirt, and Easy automatic dryer for faster, safer drying.
From the flimsiest fabric
To the grindiest work shirt, Easy spiralator washing action gets out all the dirt.
anything that you can wash.
Easy does it better.
Hello there. Say, here's something you should know about washing machine products. Any good product will get your clothes clean, including the new detergents. But this product does far more than that. Does a wash like no detergent can. Now, Does not only scrubs out the toughest dirt, Does leaves your clothes softer, smoother, and Does is so kind to your hands. And do you know why? It's the soap in Does that does it. Finer, richer soap than in any other leading wash day product. Now, this towel was washed in Does, and take a good look. It's really clean, really white. And see how soft and fluffy it is? Does leaves it wonderfully soft, softer than any detergent can. And remember, Does leaves your hands smooth, too. No detergent can do all that. It's the soap in Does that does it.
And now we'd like to show you how the Ford Motor Company has opened the gateway to a whole new world, a new vista of motoring pleasure with the 58 Edsel. Won't you come in? Heavy.
This is the Edsel, unlike any other car you've ever seen. This is the Edsel. This is the Edsel. This is the Edsel. This is the Edsel. You can see how it looks. You have to feel the power of the newest V8 engines in the world. The big new Edsel 400 and the larger Edsel 475. It is unlikely you have ever driven a car with so much usable power as the Edsel. And with Edsel's exclusive TeleTouch drive, you drive more safely, more easily than you ever have before, because both hands can stay at the wheel while the Edsel shifts electrically. This is the Edsel, as its graceful flight deck and classic vertical grille suggest. It is elegant in every detail, and it acts the way it looks, but it doesn't cost that much. See, drive, and be sure to price the new member of the Ford family of fine cars, the Edsel, at your Edsel dealer.
Hey, look, kids. Here's Nicky's dog, Bobo. Yes, sir, and does he go for new Grow Pup T-Bone, the protective dog biscuit for treats, and Grow Pup Ribbon, the protective dog food for regular mealtime feeds. Grow Pup is the only dry dog food that's ever been officially approved by the men who know dogs best, the veterinarians. So remember, gang, your dog's a friend to you. Why don't you be a good friend to him? Keep him healthy and happy with Grow Pup.
In just a moment, but first, keeping your cat playful as a kitten is easy. To tell you how, here's a word about Hart's Mountain.
Now, here's a happy cat. What's he so happy about? Why, brand new Hart's Mountain Cat Yummies. You know, giving your cat or kitten a few yummies between meals is just about the nicest thing you can do for him. That's because new Cat Yummies are tempting little tidbits specially made from fish, liver, meal, and cereal. The foods and flavors cats and kittens just can't resist. Now, Cat Yummies are nourishing, too, and good for your pet. Veterinarian approved and made without sugar, they give your cat the extra vitamins and minerals between meals that will make him more playful, more frolicsome, and more fun as a pet. So be nice to your pet, and the nicest way of all, keep a package of Hart's Mountain Cat Yummies on hand always. And say, if you have a dog, remember him between meals with Hart's Mountain Dog Yummies, the candy-like treat that all dogs love. Look for Hart's Mountain Dog Yummies and new Hart's Mountain Cat Yummies in the bright orange packages, wherever pet products are sold. Made only by Hart's Mountain.
home to roost with respect to everyone in my family.
At this point, who
and
doesn't?
everybody I know is having to deal with
Who
this,
doesn't at this
okay?
point? Like you just
Wherever
said.
you are in the country, there's a good chance.
It's just Sudeikis with a mustache.
These homeless drug addicts roaming the streets and terrorizing people.
Scorsese. DiCaprio.
Now,
De Niro.
before you guys get mad at me and say I don't have any sympathy, look.
Yeah,
Years ago, when the
Call me.
Fullerton police brutally murdered a homeless man named Kelly Thomas, I was one of the most outspoken critics of how the police department handled the murder of that innocent man. But we're in a different paradigm right now with respect to the homeless, folks. The homeless are being used.
It was a
Homeless
decade ago.
population is
I was a Marine in
exploding
Afghanistan when my
for
helicopter.
several reasons, and it's all by
went down.
design, and it's all being caused directly by the government. Okay. Now,
But I'm not looking for
the first
anyone's
reason
pity.
so many people are on
Because
the
it's not about the
streets
things I've lost.
is inflation.
This
The government
is about the
continues
things
to
I've
allow
found.
private central bank run
I've
by
scaled
the
all
deniers
of the
of
world's
Jesus
tallest
Christ called the
mountains.
Federal Reserve. To
But on
coin
Everest,
our money,
we ran out of
which is
oxygen,
against the law,
just
it's
600 feet from the
unconstitutional,
summit.
and nonetheless it's happening because everybody that goes to Congress is a criminal that has been
But that is
bankrolled
not
by the
giving up.
deniers of Jesus
That's
Christ to
stepping
make
back.
sure that this issue
Plan
is never dealt
to
with.
train,
But the
go
problem with
back,
printing money out of thin air is
and
that it gets
conquer.
more and more worthless
I'm
over
Christian,
time, and
you're
things
damn
that
right
are
I'm
in
a diehard.
finite supply become commoditized, i.e., precious metals, housing, durable goods, equipment, machinery, things that are in limited supply, and eventually food, folks. And so what happens is people end up on the streets because they cannot afford to live
And roll it.
pay rent or buy a home.
Hi, we're Caveman here at the Jam in the Van, the GQ house. This song was called Human.
Just wait around to see. I'm only human. Let me show it. Letting you go now. Now. You wanna act like you're seeing it all. And does it come for free? I'm only human. Just to show it. Letting you go now. Now. You won't feel anything. Is there a place for me? Everybody wants you all, but nobody loves you till you're gone. What is it that you need? There's only one like me. Say everybody wants you all. Everybody loves you till you're gone. Anything about just the way it is. Oh, but you don't wanna feel it. Just want you to know you need it. Just wanna wait till you feel it up. Will it take over me? I'm only human. Let me show it. Letting you go now. Now. You wanna act like you're seeing it all. If you couldn't see, I'm only human. Did you know it? Letting you go now. Now. You won't feel anything. Is there a place for me? Everybody wants you all, but nobody loves you till you're gone. What is it that you need? Another hand to lead. Still nobody wants you all on. Everybody loves you till you're gone. And you think about just the way it is. Oh, but you don't wanna feel it. you're sad when it's gone. 'Cause you never thought anything was wrong. No, you never thought anything was wrong.
Now, if this is being coupled with the problem of unemployment, which is being caused directly by the communist, Bolshevik, Marxist, Trotskyite destruction of capitalism and free enterprise in the United States, by the treasonous trade deals, the wicked economic policies of the lockdowns, and the antitrust lawsuits and the deregulation of it.
Lasers from the sky. If you get high from a pharmaceutical supply. Lasers from the sky. Lasers from the sky. If you drive while you're high. Lasers from the sky. If you get high. Why do you think it's okay to drive around that figure, ruining everybody's day? Lasers in the sky. If you get high from a pharmaceutical supply, if you get high. Hope to hit you with lasers from the sky. Oh, lasers from the sky. If you get high from a doctor's supply, lasers from the sky. If you get high from the sky. Lasers from the sky. If you drive while you're high on your doctor's supply. It just can't go down anymore. Too many children are putting on this. They don't even care anymore. Lasers from the sky. Don't need all sign my petition. We need lasers from the sky to take all the people to drive to the house. Lasers from the sky. If you get high on the doctor's supply. Come on, sign my petition. We need you to sign my petition. Lasers from the sky. I met a lady on a one-night stand. She wrote her number on the back of my hand.
chill hop with your screen locked and study uninterrupted. Try YouTube Premium on us.
Try as I might, I can't make no sense of it. The harder I try, the stronger I lose my grip. Something has happened here. Take all the clues and put them together. There's a hole in your heart where all of the love leaks out. It's been there for years, but now that it's all run out, something's gone wrong in here. Something's gone wrong in the back of your mind when the hole in your heart wouldn't beat forever with something apart, but nothing together. The whole of our lives couldn't be forever. The sum of the parts and nothing together, yeah. Now I'm learning to grow my way to get over you. At the end of it all, don't know where I'm going to. I don't know where this ends. I don't know, remember how to begin it. I used to believe we grew old together, but now that you're gone and nothing's forever, the summer has passed into late September. The sum of the parts and nothing together, yeah. I thought that the whole was greater than the sum of the parts. The hole in your heart wouldn't beat forever with something apart, but nothing together. The whole of our lives couldn't be forever. The sum of the parts and nothing together, yeah.
YouTube Music is a music app where you can use Google Assistant to play your songs. Get YouTube Music Premium.
Wendy's fries are always hot and crispy.
Friday!
So Toby says every day is now
Friday, Friday, Friday. Tuesday.
Friday.
Wednesday.
Friday.
Friday.
Friday. I always remember that
That's
one.
because that's the easy one.
Try Wendy's hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2 to 1 over McDonald's.